What's up, everybody? It's Bearwin here, and I am excited for today's reaction video. ERB is back, and for those who don't know, Epic Rap Battles of History. They are a channel that has been around for a long time. I want to say more than a decade, probably. Let me look, because I'm pretty sure they've been around for more than a decade. Yep, 12 years. Well, even before that, with Nice Peter on his channel, with the first season of ERB, these guys are the uncles of YouTube. Or I want to say grandfathers, not that old. But they have dropped for the first time in a little over a year, and I am excited. The rap battle that we got today is Henry Ford versus Karl Marx. Now, I don't know much about Karl Marx. I did a little bit of Googling on him, and he was apparently a German philosopher slash, like, conspiracy theorist slash, like, a lot of stuff. He was a lot of things, but he was German. And Henry Ford, which I'm pretty sure was the creator of Ford. Let me just fact check myself so I don't look like an idiot on the internet. Henry Ford. Founder of the Ford Motor Company, business magnate, whatever the hell that means. Chief developer of assembling line technique of mass production. So we got a couple of people who invented something, because Karl Marx invented this thing called Marxism. Let's Google what Marxism is real quick. You can skip this part of the video if you want. I just want to know a little bit more about these people. The political and economic theories of Karl Marx and Friedrich Engels, later developed by their followers to form the basis for the theory of practice of communism. So Karl Marx basically invented communism, and Henry Ford invented the Ford? Ladies and gentlemen, I apologize for my dumbassery, but it took me way too long to realize that this is a battle of communism versus capitalism. Which actually makes a lot of sense. So ignore what the hell I'm saying here. I am dumb. Voiceover from after this recording session. Enjoy the rest of the video. I think these guys just, like, both invented, like, some crazy shit. Because Ford, like, oh yeah, because Henry Ford was, like, the first person to, like, use mass production for, like, motor vehicles. And then Karl Marx is, like, communism, which is, like, all that jazz, I believe. I'm trying my best to describe it. I'm just an autistic kid on the internet, but as someone who's been rapping for a while, I thought that we would check this out. It's been a long while. It's been a year since Indiana Jones vs. Lara Croft, and I can't wait. Let's check this out. Alright, we got it fixed now. I had to restart my computer. I apologize, guys. Alright. Henry Ford versus Karl Marx. I'm not really that familiar with, like, picking apart rap battles and shit, but I will try my best. Like, yeah. Henry Ford versus Karl Marx. Let's go. Okay, that's a really good costume. I love that. That's really good. Henry Ford looked great too. Let me look at him again. Okay, I assume that's Peter. It's Peter. What is this? Is this another Peter and Lloyd battle?
Mr. Motor City needs some medicine red. My lines are a production, your lines are bred. This assembling timepieces is how I got my start now. Watch me tear your ideology apart. You scream, unite the workers, free the class slaves. Lose your change, trade them in for mass graves.
Jesus. Already into a hot start. Oh, so that's what that person meant by the birth of Marx. That's who we met, Karl Marx. That makes so much sense after all these years.
Scream, unite the workers, free the class slaves. Lose your change, trade them in for mass graves.
Jesus Christ. Meaning he probably worked them to death. I assume that's what that means.
Wow, appalling amounts of body bag. When a world leader produce with my two hands. You're a destitute tramp, scheming to trade bootstraps in for food stamps. Any person tried to seize my private property will catch a tall grass to his private parts properly.
You tell him, Pete. You fucking tell him. This man just saying gonna take a wrench to his private parts.
He will catch a tall grass to his private parts properly. A private property will catch a tall.
God damn that! I love that wordplay.
Any person tried to seize my private property will catch a tall grass to his private parts properly.
I wonder how many lines that took, because for me, tongue twister lines like that are hard. God damn, I love that line. That might be my favorite one so far. That was funny.
Advice from a broke slob is laughable. I wouldn't wipe my tailpipe with your DOS capital. If you'd saved the penny for restarter you named Jenny, you might not have needed to bury quite so many. Who's that crowd in the game?
Jesus Christ. I'm sorry for like rewinding so much. I'm trying to understand these lines. What did he fucking say?
With your DOS capital. If you'd saved the penny for restarter you named Jenny, you might not have needed to bury quite so many. Who's that crowd?
Oh my god. I assumed that he buried a lot of his kids? Is that what he's saying? People in the comments, if you could kindly help me out, then I'd be appreciated. If I had a penny for every daughter you named Jenny, you wouldn't need to bury so many. I was trying to read some more on Karl Marx. I did not read anything about that. If that's true, then that's fucking that's disgusting. Alright, we got Karl now.
Very quite so many.
Who's that crowd in the galleon, heavy drinking card carrying? Future thinking legal letter income proletariat. It's Karl Marx. Prepare to be rhinestone. I'm dropping you like Hitler dropped your name in Mein Kampf. My codes of
What? Did Hitler really mention Henry Ford's name? Has Henry Ford been around for that long? God damn. That's a really good accent. I love that.
I'm dropping you like Hitler dropped your name in Mein Kampf. My codes of didn't cause mass grave. Read it. Get that from books, but you didn't read shit. Your self-made man studies them from a tourist. Your daddy's two hands gave you a free father and you were the first of 6 kids till the 7th killed your mother. Maybe that's why you spied on your workers like Big Brother. Your model.
God damn. That fucking. Oh my god. You're 7. Oh my god. That's fucked. You were the first of 6 kids till the 7th killed your mother. Jesus.
Killed your mother. Maybe that's why you spied on your.
Maybe that's why you spy on your workers
like Big Brother.
Like Big Brother. God damn, dude. That's just. Oh.
Your Model T, total lack of style is killing me. They're getting shit from you according to ability. Do what your first car can't and back up. Beating this like your city in Brazil. Nuts!
Don't step that close without some beard.
Damn, okay. I like that verse. I still give the first round to Henry Ford. God, okay. There were some punches thrown. Henry Ford had a couple haymakers. I think Marx had a couple of you know. It's pretty close though, but Henry Ford's getting it.
Shampoo, son. You lived in Cologne. Look like you could have used some. I drip it.
I love that. I love when in rap battles when the other person tells the other rapper that they fucking smell like shit.
Nuts! Don't step that close without some beard shampoo, son. You lived in Cologne. Look like you could have used some. I drip with style.
Yeah, he lived in Cologne, which is, I believe, a country in Germany or Russia, wherever he lived.
Lipstick drips oil. You look as sick as your chronic dick boil. I'm mass producing.
What the fuck?
Utopian hobo. I'm throwing you for loops like the F of my logo. I gave man work.
Damn. Fire.
You brought nothing but harm. Take your booze while pigs shit back to Animal Farm.
Your factory conditions were bleak. Cramped with machines, cranking out 4 severed fingers a week. You controlled what employees could think, drink, and eat. And when they marched for better wages, shot them dead in the street. In truth,
Jesus Christ. Karl Marx is fighting back right now. People have been begging for wages like higher pay in like not just the Ford company, but everywhere. God damn, dude.
Drink and eat, and when they march for better wages, shot them dead in the street. In truth, what you produced were alienated working men who would clock into Detroit and lose themselves like Eminem. And now your Great Lakes State.
I love that. Some wordplay there. Because I'm pretty sure a lot of Henry Ford's workers did lose their shit after a while. Ford in Detroit, Lose Yourself, Eminem.
Men who would clock into Detroit and lose themselves like Eminem. And now your Great Lakes State ain't exactly a great sight. You were West Michigan and Flint's water bite.
Karl Marx won that round for sure, dude. He did not just bring up Flint's fucking lead water pipe. Oh my god. He just took a crap on Detroit as a fucking whole and the entire state of Michigan. Jeez, Karl.
You were West Michigan and Flint's water pipe.
You gripes about oppression don't leave me impressed. You're not hot, Karl, that's just shit on your chest. For a man to state less, you got an awful lot to say. I pay you $5 a day to go away. And Bloody Angles bankrolls you with this textile bill. I guess the capitalists are cool when they're paying your bills. You're a hypocrite.
Okay. He was getting his bills paid while he was busy doing other shit, I assume, is what that means. I'm really trying my best here.
Bankrolled you with this textile bill. I guess the capitalists are cool when they're paying your bills. You're a hypocrite. A nitwit is love with substance issues. Step off your soapbox. Take the soap with you.
Look, dummy, shedding money.
Man, okay, Henry, you're getting a little bit too, like, you stink, go away. Like, I've heard 3 goddamn lines in, like, the last 3 verses where he told you to take a shower. Like, he talked about beer cologne, you lived in cologne, you could have used something about soap. And now, like, once again, taking the soapbox with you. Like a soapbox opera, something. Paying your bills. Substance, if you step off your soapbox and bring the soap with you. I actually really like that line. That line was fire, but I think there's a little too much repetition where he's telling him that he stinks. Just a little too much. I know in rap battles, like, if you keep saying the same thing over and over, like, it just doesn't hit as hard as the first time, you know? Yeah.
Off your soapbox, take the soap with you.
Look, dummy, shedding money is the communist vision. Engels Bank was the crank that got the revolution spinning. We gave everything to see the common people advance. I'm so down for the cause, I even pawned my own pants. You grew so out of touch.
He's got a point. He's got a point. He did, like, help people get more money, I believe. Henry Ford just kind of took that in for himself and, like, rarely paid his shit. That's why Ford has such a rough history, like, a rough past. But, like, I even pawned my own pants.
Communist vision. Engels Bank was the crank that got the revolution spinning. We gave everything to see the common people advance. I'm so down for the cause, I even pawned my own pants. You grew so out of touch, you sabotaged your only kid. It's a stomach cancer, showed more love than you did. Suck a grants.
Oh my god. Edsel's stomach cancer showed him more love than you did. Oh my god. Jeez. Low blow, bro.
Stomach cancer showed more love than you did. Suck a grants. Your legacy is ashes. Remembered as the fascist sympathizing cause of climate change and car crashes. From your newspaper to your Nazi factory, cross the pond. Frankly, Hank, it's clear as which side you are on. This battle's been a
Oh, Lord. He just called him a Nazi.
Cancer showed more love than you did. Suck a grants. Your legacy is ashes. Remembered as the fascist sympathizing cause of climate change and car crashes.
Yeah, climate change has definitely been kind of fucked with cars. Car crashes because people can't goddamn drive. Fascist sympathizing cause. That was a good bar. Legacies and ashes. Is that like referencing Hitler? I don't want to be offensive, but like gassing people or like turning them into ashes. Your legacy's in ashes. Unless he's talking about the climate change with ashes and car crashes. I love that line though.
Remember, there's the fascist sympathizing cause of climate change and car crashes. From your newspaper to your Nazi factory, cross the board. Frankly, Hank, it's clear that's which side you are.
It's... Frankly, Hank, it's clear Auschwitz side you were on. Fire line, dude. Was he... Wait, is that a reference to Anne Frank as well? Because if that is, then that's actually the most fire goddamn wordplay line I've ever heard. Am I really thinking that too much into it?
Clear that's which side you are on. This battle's been applauded like that hemorrhage in your head. I leave a Ford as expected, found on road dead.
Holy shit. Karl Marx took that in the end for me. For the very simple fact that Henry Ford just kept saying that he stunk. Well, Karl Marx basically called him a goddamn Nazi, not feeding or paying his people. Even referenced his death, dude. Absolute fire. Karl Marx won that. What was that?
Taki's intense nacho. All the
I don't care about
none
Takis.
of the spice.
I feel like I'm dealing with what seems like...
Okay, no, fuck this. Let's just,
Welcome to the behind the scenes for Henry Ford versus Karl Marx. Oh.
I just realized the screen was black the whole time. That was weird.
Henry Ford.
3, 2, 1.
Nah, it's apparently rhinestone.
Welcome to welcome to the behind the scenes of Henry
So
Ford
they made
versus
the
Karl
beat for
Marx.
this.
My name's Nice Peter. With me, as always, is Epic Lloyd.
It's good to be back.
And
Look
the
at
rest
that
of our
fucking
wonderful
face.
crew.
And his new haircuts. Ooh, Keanu. Whoa. All right, John's new haircut. You guys went different directions.
We're having a good time making battles in kind of a slightly new way. We're trying to do more ahead of time. So as I make this video, sit down to talk about how we made Henry Ford versus Karl Marx, it's not finished yet. Usually we're making this kind of video like scrambling right before it's supposed to come out like tomorrow. But in this case, it's in post, we're taking our time with it, and we're already working on one that's 3 from now.
Karl Marx versus Henry Ford has been a suggestion that's been around for a long time. I think about a year ago, we ended up putting out an audience poll on our YouTube community page.
Alright, let's look at these. We got Tom Brady versus Diego Maradona. Margaret Thatcher versus Otto von Bismarck. That would have been a good one. Vincent van Gogh versus Andy Warhol. P.T. Barnum versus Vince McMahon. There are a lot of people I know in there. But yeah. But that was a good battle. I respect people's decision. I see Margaret Thatcher versus Otto von Bismarck was second with Vincent van Gogh and Andy Warhol.
That you guys all voted on, and by far, the overwhelming response was Henry Ford versus Karl Marx.
Mobile games are with Google.
Hey, buddy. Hey. I always thought it was a little bit dry, but I was pleasantly surprised at how interesting and colorful these characters were once you sort of dove into them. We've been doing a lot of pop culture lately. We did the Johns, and then we did Indiana Jones and Lara Croft, and we really needed a little bit of history. Straight up history. And what could be more historical than the world's biggest capitalist versus the world's first communist?
Ah, that's what it is. Capitalism versus communism. Yeah, that actually makes a lot of sense.
Rheinische Zeitung was a German daily newspaper published by Karl Marx in Cologne. Don't get that close without some beard shampoo, son. You lived in Cologne and looked like you could have used some.
Yeah, that's great.
When me and Lloyd started writing this battle, we didn't know a thing about Henry Ford versus Karl Marx. We can make some jokes about communism, but the problem is we've covered communism, kind of. We made the these rhyme skills are not evenly distributed joke already. We can't make that one again. So we had to sit down and learn about what he actually said, what he actually wrote.
To each according to his needs. To Lloyd according to his knees.
I just read his books.
Like
I read
Einstein.
The Communist Manifesto, which made me nervous. I read selected writings by Karl Marx, Das Kapital. It's so interesting when you read and you realize the things that he's saying that pertain to like the workforce and the labor force seems so normal to me now, but that was unheard of. No one had ever thought of it in that way. Human sweat equity as a product in and of itself. That was really the first steps of where Karl Marx was really important. Making it clear that the proletariat, the working class, was not to be undervalued by the bourgeoisie, the upper class.
In truth, what you produced were alienated working men who would clock into Detroit and lose themselves like Eminem. And now your Great Lakes State ain't exactly a great sight. You were worse for Michigan than Flint's water pipe.
What the fuck was that?
Henry Ford was a mysterious dude. He's great and kind of awful at the same time.
Come on, you commie son of a bitch.
There was so much about Henry Ford that we learned that didn't even end up making it in the battle, but we had to know about him. I don't think we made a joke about Thomas Edison, because he was a big homie of Henry Ford. They were buds. They were bros.
Yeah.
I'm a sick son of a bitch.
If you think about it, before
Why
cars,
he sound like
it was like dirt
Beetlejuice?
roads and horses, and because of Henry Ford, the entire planet looks different.
Had a worker on my assembly line. Slow. So I beat him to a bloody pulp. That's why I feel like this guy. Cheerful about his atrocities.
How did I prepare for the role of Henry Ford? If you look at pictures of Henry Ford, there's a kindness to his face, but there's also something very stony. What is it about his face? I don't know how to explain it, but I tried to capture it a little bit.
You might not need your very proximity.
That's fucking terrifying.
So fucking dark, man.
It's kind menace. Right? It's like dangerous friendliness, dangerous cheerfulness.
Look at that face. Imagine seeing that when you're walking in the woods late at night, just seeing a man. It's fucking creepy.
Right? It's like dangerous friendliness, dangerous
Yeah.
cheerfulness.
Stop.
Evil and bizarre, this man.
Alright.
Okay.
I was eating some sticky gum and it got caught, and unfortunately I had to shave my entire mustache. I'm using it as an exercise in humility,
Aw.
but I can't wait for the bitch to grow back, you know?
Now keep the lips pinched close and say 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
So what kind of accent would Karl Marx have?
Well, he was never recorded, so we can't know for certain, but he was Prussian, which is basically now Germany. So his accent would probably have been sort of like German and maybe a little bit Russian, but not either of those things exactly.
How long have you been growing this beard, Carl?
Since I was 7.
But I knew it would have
Since I
a
was
base
7.
in German. So I'm studying the German accent by David Allen Stern. If you have to ever learn dialects, this guy's great.
The point of maximum vibration for the given accent or dialect. Now in standard American speech without an accent, which I just switched to, I personally use...
Come on, man. The
That's
air
impressive.
coming through your mouth comes from a different place than when you're speaking as an American. It doesn't go over the tongue and under. It kind of goes straight through the tongue.
My conscience didn't cause mass grace, greed did.
It's not easy to do. I wanted to have it be
I
not
love the
a stock
dedication.
German accent.
Having done Hitler already, I sort of already burned this one.
I also didn't want it to be too much like Gorbachev's accent.
Did somebody say birthmarks?
A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K. Did I just forget the alphabet?
Fuck.
Hello, friends. Welcome to a little peek into a couple of the post-production things of Henry Ford versus Karl Marx. So there's Henry Ford. It's just me standing in a green room. First thing I do sometimes is add color to the footage. It comes out of John Na's camera in a raw format, so it's really flat. So sometimes before applying the chroma key effect, I'll boost the colors first, so the greens get really loud. There's a little trick we did. We're always looking for ways to get characters on and off.
This is what Cameron, what Camtag would be interested in, If you don't know who that is, he's one of my good friends, and we did a we did a rap battle, like a parody called Epic Crap Battles a while ago, and he's the one who made like the backgrounds. He made the backgrounds from scratch, at least his background, I believe. It's what really got me like into making music, which I think is really cool. Where it actually got a decent amount of views, like I think 200, 300 views or something. But I never really reacted to these guys before, like on the channel. But these are my childhood. All right, I don't think I would be making music without these guys' motivation. But yeah, like the whole chroma keying and green screen effects. This is definitely Cameron's cup of tea. I know nothing about it. I edit my own videos, but that's pretty much it. I just started learning how to use Premiere Pro more, but I basically had to Google everything. But sorry about the long pause, but yeah, this is really cool.
Really loud. There's a little trick we did. We're always looking for ways to get characters on and off screen in some sort of organic, natural feeling way. And this, it's just kind of rotating like a clock. That guy goes that way, this guy swoops in. Henry Ford leans in a little bit, so we just exaggerated that with this little turn. Here's an interesting sequence. Take a look. Henry Ford kind of dances around himself. This is actually a few different clips. This Henry Ford here
sick.
Is gonna go away. If I get rid of this front dude, you'll see that this Henry Ford, this Henry Ford, look, even the performance, I'm like, that sucked. Look, I turn around because I messed something up. But I just got rid of him and put a new guy in, a different take. So when you put the front guy back in, you can't tell. So it looks like the same continuous performance, but it's not.
That's
and we'll render that out. Just keep going,
recycling
keep refining
clips,
and eventually it's a video.
Oh, hello. Tell my brothers Boffer, Bofer, Beaker, and Blooper.
What?
That I'm gonna be late for the search for the golden ring. Just got a late start this morning. Shout out to the hair and makeup on this. They do immense work. I thought I was gonna be in the makeup chair for like 5 hours. I was in and out of there in 90 minutes. Bing, bang, boom. All of a sudden, I'm...
Karl Marx, prepare to be rhinestone. I'm dropping you like Hitler dropped your name in Mein Kampf. Mechanisms didn't cause mass grave. Read it.
You get that from books, but you didn't read shit.
To play Karl Marx, I kind of wanted to get in there. I wanted to feel what kind of a person he was.
I have a nephew who's a hedgehog.
What I kept coming back to was how agitated he was and how grumpy and itchy he was.
Give me a good crotch scratch for the Dick Boyle line.
Okay. He was like...
That's a line that I'm kind of struggling to understand. His dick blue? I didn't read anything about that on Karl Marx. I just read some like effect that he made all these books, he did all this history, so I think I know a lot more about Henry Ford now than Karl Marx. I didn't know about how Karl Marx like died or his health issues. Same with Henry Ford. I didn't know he died from like a brain tumor exploding.
He's in sort of a grouchy mood.
I got out of bed for this.
Come to find out, he had a skin condition. It was called, hold on, I got it here, it's a really one. Hydrodentis suppurativa. Hydrodentis suppurativa. Hydrodentitis suppurativa. Suppurativa.
Hydradenitis suppurativa.
Fuck. But it made him very uncomfortable, and it always put him in a bad mood. And there's some theories that say a lot of the reason why Karl Marx wrote the way that he did was because he was always itchy and uncomfortable, and it just made him a big crank. And that is what gave us communism.
Wanna just give me like a mean mugging with the car? Yeah.
The benefit of being in Los Angeles California is that there's a lot of things already set up here for the TV film industry.
I knew that there were car people in Los Angeles. I've seen an old Ford driving around my neighborhood. A lot of antique cars are around here, so I knew we could find them.
We looked around some stuff, and we were able to find Rex, who had his own Model T and was so easy to work with.
You drove this here?
Yeah. I didn't want to pay for a trailer.
My mind is blown. That is wood.
Yeah, wood.
The thing has wooden wheels, man. And he drove it to the set. He was great.
there early, helped us out. Fantastic to work with people like this.
An old gentleman.
45, because you know the 110 freeway? That's what it was built for. These guys. That's why that little on-ramp thing is so short, because we didn't need that much speed to get going.
One of the things was, if you'll see in some of the behind-the-scenes footage, is that we shot the car part outside. We did not take the car onto the green screen.
Pete doesn't want to go inside. I'm also happy with not going inside. Just too much old gasoline, all that stuff in here.
Oh, okay. We're going to joyride in it?
Huh?
But then what we had to do is John and Andy had to come up with a system to shoot that car.
We don't know what we're doing.
It's all right. If you didn't say it, I would believe you.
Got some green screen around it. I don't know how they did it, but they really got a nice warm light on there.
And that was all gonna be fine. And then the morning of the shoot, it was the hottest day so far of the year in Los Angeles. So it was a smoker. And something about the seats in that black Model T,
Oh,
they turned
no.
into butt ovens. It was toasty.
I hate leather seats.
I was comforted the whole time that at least I wasn't Lloyd.
We're outside, I'm dressed like Hagrid, and I'm just filled with goop and grease and sweat. I was like, I guess this is how Karl Marx felt every day.
Oh my non-existent God, it's hot in here.
It was tough. He's such a trooper, man. He never complains. But we got through it. It was fun to be on the Model T. It was fun to sit in it. I didn't actually drive it. I just kind of pretended and bounced around. But we had a good time.
I produce with my two hands. You're a destitute tramp. Scheming to trade bootstraps in for food stamps. Any person tried to seize my private property. You would take it to a grave to his private
There was private parts properly.
2 days a lot, but today we're doing it in 1 day, mostly because we wanted to try to get Henry Ford and Karl Marx on set together so we can interact with each other, which always makes things a lot easier.
I gave 10 homeless guys malaria.
Yeah, no, I'm one of them, and I don't have any insurance. And so, because we're on set at the same time, to help us direct, we brought back our very good friend, the very talented Ryan Moulton.
For a man who said this, you got an awful lot to say. I'd pay you $5 a day to go away.
Ryan Moulton reads Epic Rap Battles of History to a 3rd grade class.
Crammed with machines cranking out 4 severed fingers a week.
Ryan Moulton, one of our old editors from season 3, season 4, season 5, joined the crew in the director's chair. I took a step back. Oh man, did I enjoy it.
I'm so glad
you're here. That works for me.
Ryan just allowed Pete and Lloyd to focus on their characters and not worry about directing stuff. He can just then work with them to get the performance he needs. Having the editing background really can see things and be like, I'm going to use that, I'm not going to use that, or the editor will be able to use that or not use that. So it was great.
Like the biggest like profile image I've had in my mind so far is just like Marx going in for that. Like the end of his first verse.
Nuts! Yeah, exactly. And that's like
Brazil.
Exactly.
Nuts.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. I think one of my favorite pieces of Ryan Moulton's editing work is the Austin Powers first verse. That was very much Ryan Moulton. The way it flows together, the way the comedy beats are a little unexpected. They're not just on the downbeat of the music. You gotta see it. There's something special about the way he sees comedy. So it was really exciting to have him back. We're looking forward to having him direct again on our next one. Thanks, Ryan.
I'm one of a kind, you're always getting remade. You can't touch me, double OV, hey.
You may have seen this
That's
on our
an underrated
Instagram page,
bar.
but we recently shot a class for a place called Studio.com, and it was a really amazing experience. We got to put cameras inside the studio for 2 full days and pick, write, record, demo an entirely new rap battle from start to finish. It's a really raw, fly-on-the-wall way to see how we write the raps that we write. If you'd like to take the class, we'd love you to check it out. Studio.com/ERB, links down below.
Ready?
That's sick.
Yeah.
I'm moving around, I'm Henry Ford, I'm testing if it's noisy on camera. The process of finding the suits was a little bit different on this one. Because we knew we were going to do it so far ahead of time, we were able to order pieces and own them. Normally we rent stuff, and in my case, I think I got it kind of custom tailored. I found this suit on Etsy that was this 3-piece suit. It's a nice suit, turned out good. Hey, I feel comfortable. It's comfortable. Yeah. Then with Lloyd, I found a coat from his time period, and it was from the same area too. I ordered it from a seller in Germany, and we took it to a tailor here in Los Angeles and just made it a little bigger, a little wider in the back for Lloyd's. Lloyd's got the surfer swole.
These are all a little baggy. I got a lot of wind in me. Prepare to be rhinestone.
From your newspaper to your naughty fantasy cross the pause. Directly hang it's clear as which side you are on. This battle's been applauded like that hemorrhage in your head.
He's taking a long time to process what had just happened. He's like, the fuck did you just say to me, you little shit?
Thanks for watching the battle. You guys are awesome. If you'd like to jump in a little bit deeper on what we do and how we do it and even contribute a little bit, there's a Patreon page that we value very much. It's patreon.com/ERB. We have really affordable levels, and we'd love to have you come on into the fold, into the ERB crew. We'll give you a big hug.
You believe in Patreon, Karl?
What? It's exactly what we're all about. Thanks for watching our behind the scenes. Thanks for watching our battle. We'll see you again soon. Got a lot more stuff in the oven.
Hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you next time.
I'm tired. Let me get this wig off my face.
That was fantastic. I give it to Karl Marx. Henry Ford had him in the first half of the battle, but then he just kept using the same material. That is my opinion on that. Comment down below if you think differently, and don't harass me about it, because it's an opinion. Yep, that's my reaction to the new ERB. Comment down below what other reactions you want me to do, and I'll see you guys outside the bear cave with a brand new video. Signing off. Peace.